The sand beneath my feet is warm and comforting as I stroll along the beach. The grains are small, yet they mold together to form this expansive coastline, each individual granule contributing to the collective landscape that brushes against the sea. Each grain is insignificant by itself, but together they form something much grander. It's somewhat similar to crabs, I suppose. The way a single crab may seem small and insignificant, but in total, they create this wonderfully complex social structure. Crabs, they live in communities, each one supporting the other, working in unity, like the grains of sand under my feet. And just as the sand takes on the weight of the sea, crabs bear the weight of their colonies. A laugh bubbles up from my chest as the thought settles into my mind. Crabs, they're everywhere, aren't they? In the sea, on the land, and even in the air when I look closely enough. How can one not marvel at their diversity and resilience? They are wonderfully fascinating, sublime creatures, the epitome of adaptability. No, concentrate. Gaze at the horizon. The sun is setting, coloring the sky in hues of orange and pink. It's a beautiful spectacle, the transition of day into night. The fiery orb is vanishing behind the water, leaving a trail of reflected light dancing on the waves. It's like a crab retreating into its shell, emerging again once it's safe. There it is again, the comparison to crabs. Is it so wrong to find such solace and beauty in those humble creatures, managing to survive, thrive, and establish their habitats across the globe? They dictate the ecosystem in which they operate, working diligently, showing signs of intelligence far beyond their supposed capacity. Perhaps, just perhaps, given the right conditions, we could learn something from them. The way they rebuild their homes when damaged by a storm, maintaining that sense of purpose and unity despite setbacks. Is our society not the same? Do we not pick up the pieces and rebuild when calamity strikes, coming together to support one another in times of need? It's not so different. Look at the vast open sea where crabs dwell in harmony with nature. Aren't we all just different species navigating the waves of life, facing the storms and finding a way back to the surface when the currents are strong? Sometimes we get bruised and battered, but we never stop fighting, much like those valiant crustaceans. I feel a kindred spirit amidst the sand and sea, appreciating the harmonious ebb and flow of life teeming below the surface. Crabs have always fascinated me, their sheer will to survival against all odds. Undoubtedly, they are a testament to what we stand for as humans, resilience and perseverance. Is the world around us not a larger manifestation of what we perceive? Everything is connected in an intricate grand scheme, working together to sustain life on this tiny planet. From the grain of sand to the mighty mountains, from the smallest plankton to the gargantuan whales, and crabs. Their symbolism is undeniable. They're the embodiment of hard work with reward, survival in even the harshest conditions, and unity of purpose within the community. Life is a constant struggle, one in which we strive for individual and collective survival, just like the multitudes of crabs scurrying beneath the waves. Yes, crabs. It always comes back to crabs. The thoughts fill me with warmth, a fondness which I've accepted with open arms. Crabs, the guardians of my mind, the overseers of my reality. As the cool evening breeze brushes against my cheek, I can't help but smile at my unlikely obsession. The sun dips lower, the nightlife begins to stir. The evening is setting in over the endless horizon. Perhaps the crabs are now preparing for their night as well, under the same setting sun, under the same blue sky. For as different as our worlds might seem, they are also eerily similar. The world, with its myriad forms of life, endlessly fascinates me. And amongst all these, crabs, forever present, forever captivating.